My boss instructed that I pitch some video ideas about local events, so I did what any hardworking, determined employee would do. I went to Google and found the top 5 search results for Minneapolis events. What I didn't know was I had copy-pasted one in particular that was the weirdest of the weird. And of course, he decided on that one. I'm here at the World Oddities Expo. I have no idea why anyone's going to this convention. In an attempt to fit in with whatever weird stuff that was going on, I came in camouflage, a rat costume. No one would suspect I was one of the normals. All the other conventions I've gone to have been very popular. This one, as you see, very quiet, not a lot of people. It's completely empty in here. I found the place. This is definitely it. As a totally normal person, what's something that I would think is weird that you've done?
Oh no.
I mean, mold and reproduce human skulls and mandibles. A little weird.
I went through the dumpster at a funeral home.
I never once thought that my husband would say, "Where's the milk?" and I'd have to reply, "It's next to the bowl of eyeballs."
Probably the places that I've masturbated. Yeah.
What kind of place?
Cemeteries, churches, antique stores, top of a motel, cars with my friends in it.
Do they know?
No, definitely not.
How would you explain an oddity?
Anything that is discouraged or forgotten that someone else can find intrigue in.
Oddity is just something strange and unusual, much like Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice.
Live people ignore the strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual.
It's just something that takes you out of every day and makes you think about the world in a different way.
I deal with the macabre. I deal with the stuff that you would normally run away from. I deal with the stuff that is in your grandma's house after she passes away that who the hell is going to want this? We find those people.
Taking a tiny break because I'm about to pass out because there's a lot of weird stuff here. Brains and jars, hearts. Don't even want to ask if they're real. How did you decide how to price the squirrel, pecker, and balls?
What is a squirrel pecker worth? I tease my husband that I know exactly what his pecker is worth. I don't like to waste anything, and that was one part that was always being thrown out, and I thought, what a neat little oddity.
What are you into?
Pirates. That's how this whole thing started for us. I'm an effects artist by trade, so I make monsters and whatnot for a living.
What's something that you're into?
I want to say butt stuff.
I'm very into Victorian mourning art, which is human hair. They make jewelry or wreaths out of it.
Cults in the occult. If someone got like 40 people to live in a commune together, I have to know why.
Would you join?
I mean, if it's cool, it has to be cool. I'd join Heaven's Gate probably. They had the sickest outfits and the coolest shoes.
Do you ever feel like it's haunted?
I've definitely left places with somebody with me that I did not go there with, and I had to tell him, hey, you gotta stay here, buddy. I'm not adopting anybody right now. Funeral home, definitely some energy there.
People ask me if they're haunted. I don't necessarily feel like they're haunted per se, but I do feel like when I'm working on them, they kind of gain a personality and a presence. This one here, she's been mad at me. I kind of invite their stories and their presence, and I kind of get the name while I'm working on them.
Oh no! How much would you price a taxidermy dog?
I wouldn't. They're illegal.
Oh, what about a taxidermy human?
For a full human, roughly 40,000.
So there's a rat taxidermy class that I could do right now. $160 if you want to fund that for me. Not sure if I'm really in the mood right now. If you woke up as a rat, what would be the first thing that you would do?
I would scale the walls of an old library.
Just be like sitting there eating nuts and cheese and stuff and just watching people fuck. I make rat tail earrings. I would love stroking my own tail.
I've been known to do that too.
I would jump on the back of a cat and just ride it. See what it was like from that perspective.
What's the first thing you would do?
Fucking eat something.
What's something you've learned about the world that is beautifully odd?
Oh, humans. Like, just here, for example, you can have people that are very clearly far left punk kind of fringe of things, and then you can see people that are more conservative, but we're all in the same place. We're all enjoying the same things, and I think that really starts to bring people together a lot more, and I think we need a lot more of that, especially now. Holy crap, now.
The idea of provoking people, the way someone looks, not even the way they act, can just provoke such like negative emotions in people. You can be yourself and it can cause like catastrophic a mental event in someone's life.
People, they can be the most amazing things on the planet, and they can be the most awful things on the planet.
Bugs. They're like really weird, but a lot of times they're also really pretty, except for mosquitoes. Those aren't beautifully odd.
Yeah, I've always been one of those avoiding talking about it, but working with the animals that served us in some way, I've learned that there is a beauty in that poignancy.
Through speaking to morticians, speaking through people who have family funeral homes, it is one of the most beautiful, cherished things that we have.
I went into this convention unwillingly. I can assure you I had no desire to make a rat skin rug or dissect owl pellets, both being the big attractions according to the website. And as I went from booth to booth, my predictions were confirmed. This was some weird shit. It wasn't until I started talking to the people that I realized they weren't so weird. I mean, what does weird mean? It kind of felt like it meant the freedom to be yourself without being judged. And I noticed that as I walked around in a head-to-toe rat costume, I didn't feel the least bit self-conscious. In fact, I felt underdressed. I felt like I wasn't dressed weird enough. To have so many surprising, deep, insightful conversations with so many people in such a short amount of time, I recommend it. I recommend asking questions. When you notice your brain doing that little judgy thing that brains like to do, ask a question. Find out more. Let yourself be surprised by the answer. They talk about respect and accepting people, accepting nature. People can show up how they want to show up, and it doesn't have to offend everyone around them. And here's to being odd.